Hi, everybody. This is a wee bit of alchemy. I'm Rick Barrett. Welcome. Today, we're going to do something that Debbie requested last week, and that is the five element or the five organ meditation that we did some time ago. And it's something that's really it's important to keep in mind and to allow it to inform, pretty much everything. This idea it comes from the Chinese medical model for the Yin organs, where they uh, mutually support each other, the five major organs, and that each one feeds the next organ, which is corresponds also to an element. So you have the kidneys feeding the liver, feeding the heart, feeding the spleen, feeding the lungs, and then back to the kidneys. And so this is a continuous circuit, and is something that we see in the seasons of the year, where they follow a distinct pattern, where the winter is the kidney and spring is the liver, summer is heart, and late summer is spleen, and then the fall is lungs. And so we have those those elements then nourish and feed each other. And similarly, the organs, you want to have that have a sense of them cooperating in this very harmonious fashion, this very mutually supportive, energizing way. And so the idea behind these energies, you have to kind of read between the lines, because usually whenever you say, like, what are the emotions attached to, the kidney? Oh, that's fear. And what's the liver? That's anger. And the spleen, that's worry. And so you get these. They're they're kind of diagnostic tools in Chinese medical model, and they're the description is kind of pathological, and that is, there if something is in excess of in this type of emotion, that is, and this is where you treat it. This energy is how you treat it. But if we look beyond that and look between, read between the lines, we see that the the liver, say, which is corresponds to anger, well, that is um, the energy of that is the wood chi, which is going from yin to yang. There's an upward thrust and expansion, kind of like what we see in springtime when the flowers start come pushing up and kind of expanding, what we're in right now. It also has to do with um, a useful type of anger, kind of a happy anger, which is that kind of intensity, that get her done, just do it kind of drive that we have there. So that kind of sparks things going. That's the energy of springtime, and it's like, it's directional, and it's yang. It's moving from yin to yang, and that which leads and feeds into the fire energy of summer. Now, fire energy corresponds to the heart, and the element, the emotion attached to that is associated with that is joy. And it's of the five, that's the only one that really has this kind of distinctly positive uh, connotation. It's the joy of heart, but the energy of it is this radiating expansiveness, this yang kind of big yang kind of expression of energy. And it's like you're in the flow, you're in the groove, you're in the zone. There's things are just happening. That's when the heart energy is at its peak. You're having a peak experience, and the energy that's coming off you is kind of radiating off of you. And then we go from there to, we say, oh, okay, that feeds into earth, which then says, let's not get carried away here, fire. We're going to contain that with some earth. That's it's the association there is with the spleen is worry, but you think of it as more about the the integration. The energy is the energy of integration. It's the energy of metabolism. That is, the spleen chi is taking the the food you eat and transforming it into nutrients for your body, and it circulates it throughout the whole system. And so it's metabolizing, circulating, and transforming in the spleen, and this kind of integration quality of that, and that's that quality of earth, which then now we're kind of rounding the corner. We're moving back toward yin, so we're going from the yang of summer to that kind of the integration period, and then we're moving into the yin phase, which is metal, and the metal is where the association there is um, grief. And so here we have another kind of negative connotation to the emotion there, and but and more of a positive spin to it. You can think of the energy here of the lungs, and it's a letting go. It is a releasing of that which has been used up. So we've created something big, this big fire, and now we're kind of, we're letting that go. We're letting that particular fire go away, and we're moving toward yin. There's a yin contraction, but there's also a releasing, a letting go of that which isn't necessary. And so the association here with the lungs is that as you exhale, what are you doing? You're discharging waste products, particularly carbon dioxide, from there. So we can't hang on to our breath any more than we can hang on to our chi. We use it and then we let it go. And so there's this is part of the essential process here of we're letting go of our chi. We're letting go of this of any kind of waste product, negativity, whatever. Don't need that anymore. And then leading us to wintertime, which is corresponds to kidneys, and that's the water chi. And this is the most yin part of the year, and it's also the most yin part of the energies. And the association there is fear, but that's again like kind of a negative spin on what are we saying with the kidney. The kidneys store your essential jing, your that your inheritance that you get from your parents, and it's stored in the Chinese model. It's stored in the kidneys, and uh, so it is your source of life force, and your prenatal chi is hanging out there. And so we then nurture that and engage in these other processes to keep the game going. But we want to keep that essential energy there and build on that. Where the fear comes in is where that is being threatened. And so the more kidney jing that we have, the more confidence we have. So we're going away the opposite direction of fear and into confidence now. And also associated with kidneys is what's called jur, um, and it is that's your will, your ability to execute, your determination to make something happen, and so your will is what um, makes that decision that I'm going to get this done, and which then leads into the wood energy, which follows with that, and it says yes, just do it. And so so if you have a deficiency of kidney jing, then you tend to be wishy-washy, indecisive, have a hard time following through on things and things like that. And that indicates a deficiency in the kidneys, which then leads to that fear thing as well. So these things all feed into each other and they go around in a circuit. And if we can feel into those, we kind of allow ourselves to draw energy to these various organs, and their association to the essential energies that go with them, that are associated with these energies. And they allow you to spiral upward toward better health, happiness, sense of well-being, confidence, all this good stuff. We're kind of, keep using them to nurture each other and being respectful of the cycle there that goes with it. And we're going to do a 5-element meditation. Then we're going to do some other stuff once we do that. But this will be a way of just getting kind of grooved into that idea. And once you do it a few times and start getting familiar with it, then it's just a thought away. You can then activate this process, anytime you want, and just particularly if you're in a super conscious state, you can then just immediately find that energy and allow it to nurture itself. So please stand up, and we'll do a little five organ meditation. Okay, step out. We're going to begin with our 3 pillars. It's 3 pillars of body, mind, spirit integration. So we do this to activate the chi, open up the energy gates, and shift into a superconscious state. That is where we're consciously feeling and doing. And this will allow us to have access to more energy to bring to the organs whenever we do this exercise. So let's begin. Take a deep breath and place the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Breathe through the nose throughout the exercise. Breathe deeply into your lower abdomen, into your lower dantian. Use your diaphragm. Now sink into the balls of your feet and unlock your knees. Feel yourself sinking down. Continue to breathe, and each time you exhale, you're letting go and sinking down a little deeper, just letting go internally. Your muscles are relaxing, and you're relying on the intrinsic structure of your living matrix, your connective tissue system. Each breath, and you get a little more sung. That is, you're releasing down, down, down. And as we do that, it allows more of the earth chi to rise up, bubble up through your bubbling well. That's in the center of your foot, the contact point there, the energy gate that accesses the earth chi. We're tapping into the big chi of the earth when we do that. Just feel your whole body sinking down. Now we're going to reach with the crown of the head and tuck in the chin a little bit. And open up the jade pillow gate at the base of the skull. We continue to sink with the body and just reach up a little bit with the crown. And as we do that, this allows the yang qi of the heavens to come down through the bai hui, the meeting point of 100 yang meridians at the top of your head. So the crown of your head is more to the rear. It's where your posterior fontanelle is. The bai hui is a little more forward of that, a few inches. And that's where the yang qi of the heavens, that's the energy gate that accesses the yang qi of the heavens. Now we've got this very soft reaching up through the the crown of the head, opening up the Bai Hui, the Yang Qi. So we're the big Qi of the heavens, the big Qi of the earth, and they are mingling with your body, doing whatever they need to do as they pass through you. You become part of the much larger circuit. So instead of being separate from everything else, you're becoming plugged in to this inexhaustible source of energy. Point and reach with your index fingers and feel the energetic coherence. Feel into your hands and notice the tingling and pulsing that's going on there. As your hands fill up with qi, coherence allows your whole body to become one system, one unified system. What in Tai Chi we call the Zhongti Jin, which is where it's one energy, one body. Everything is functioning in unison, and what unifies it is that coherent energy. What also unifies it is the connective tissue system, which uses the tensegrity principle to tie everything together. Continue to breathe and feel it into your lower dantian. Reach out a little bit with your elbows and open up your shoulder joints. I'm going to loosen up the hips, get a little more swung in the qua. So set your left knee and spiral down to the left, and set your right knee and spiral down to the right and turn, and then back to center. And just feel your hips letting go. Allow you to sink down a little deeper. Allow your hips to kind of level out too, so that you're sitting down and flattening out your lumbar spine, your lower back. And just feel that dropping your sacrum, reaching down with your coccyx. And what this does, that helps to create a tensegrity in your spine. So between your coccyx and the top of your head, there's a continuous line there, which allows the energy to ascend up into your brain and into the mud pill palace in the spirit valley in the center of your head there, right between the two hemispheres of the brain. All right, so go to the balls of your feet and reach up with your wrists. Relax your shoulders. Let your fingers hang, and then reach forward and out with your fingers. And as you do that, open your back between your shoulder blades and feel that connection between the arms. Feel that one continuous connection there going through your back. And then sink into your heels and feel the yin as you sink down. Reach down with your elbows and then your wrists. And then your fingers. Let's do that one more time. So sink into the balls of your feet. Reach with the wrists. This is a yang expansion here. Reaching. And reach with the fingers. Open your back. Breathe in. And then sink into your heels. Exhale and reach down with the elbows, the wrists, the hands. Reach down with the fingers. And feel that the energy moving down through you and into the earth. So this is that letting go, that throwing away part that we associate with the lungs. Okay, so let's begin with the liver. It's the springtime, so we're going to begin with the liver, the wood chi, that expansive, edgy kind of energy. So take a deep breath, and the liver is on the right side, just at the lower part of your rib cage. So right behind that is your liver, and so breathe in and breathe in, feel your liver. Use your hand to actually touch it, but you want to feel that as you inhale and exhale. Go into the balls of your feet as you inhale. Feel that yang. And then go into the heels as you exhale. Feel that wood chi, that edgy determination. And then the liver feeds, the wood chi of the liver feeds the fire chi of the heart. So feel into your heart. You inhale, go into the balls of your feet. And exhale, go into your heels, yin. Into the balls of your feet. Inhale, we're feeding yang chi into the heart. Feel your heart, and then exhale into the heels. This is following the principle that what you're feeling is where your attention goes, is where the chi goes. So we actually, this conscious feeling allows us to bring the energy to wherever we're directing it. And just breathe naturally with your weight in your heels. Allow yourself to assimilate that. The natural inflow and outgo of chi into the heart. But that conscious feeling and conscious doing, it brings you into that superconscious state and allows you to have perceptions that go beyond your five senses and beyond your rational thinking. You into other ways of knowing. Now the heart, the fire of the heart, that expansive yang energy of the heart, then we're taking that down to the spleen. Now the spleen is also on the left side, right here at the bottom edge of your rib cage. You want to feel into that. And so go into the balls of your feet, inhale, and feel your spleen. And exhale, go into your heels. Inhale, balls of your feet. Feel that integrative, that coherence, that wholeness that comes with a strong spleen. And back into your heels. That calming, centered, earthy energy of the spleen. It also has that capacity to metabolize for you, to take in whatever food and drink and turn that into nutrients and energy into your body. But beyond that, it metabolizes life experience. That is, the challenges that you're encountering in life that are kind of getting you down, you can eat that. You're eating the chi. And the spleen energy metabolizes that for you. And when you eat the chi, it doesn't matter, good or bad, it doesn't matter. The energy, you know, you can take in somebody's anger and metabolize that, or you can take the joy of a child and metabolize that as well. You can eat the chi, allow it to feed you. Okay, the spleen, then the earth chi around the corner, we're moving to the more yin of metal, and that's into our lungs. Go into the balls of your feet, feel the metal of your lungs and then sink into your heels, and you're throwing it away. Inhale, bring that yang qi into your lungs, purifying, cleaning, cleansing. And exhale, taking out the garbage, throw it away. I'm going to stay in your heels and just breathe naturally and feel into your lungs. Continue to breathe diaphragmatically, but also feel your chest expanding. After you fill up your lower dantian, then move and fill up your middle dantian also in your chest area. You may feel a sense of lightness as you throw stuff away. Now the metal chi feeds the kidneys. So the metal chi feeds the water of the kidneys. So that's here in your back, right there, under the rib cage, above the hips. So we're going to go into the balls of the feet, breathe into your lower dantian. Feel the yang qi of the heavens filling up your kidneys. And then go into your heels and exhale and throw away any waste products. The kidneys are also a filtration process, so that water is flushing out all the unnecessary, used up detritus that we can accumulate moment by moment. Into the balls of your feet, feel that yang qi fill your kidneys. Feel them pressing as you expand. Breathe in and feel your back, your lower back pressing out against your hands. You're filling up to that degree, and then exhale and go into your heels. And breathe into that. Continue. Good. Okay. Now, pause a moment, bring your hands down. And get to your heels. Just allow that to circulate a moment. Good. Now let's do that again with with less narrative on my part. We'll begin with the liver. Let that water chi feed the wood chi of your liver. Your hand on just below your rib cage, just at the bottom of your rib cage on the right. Breathe. Into the balls of your feet as you inhale. Feel the yang chi. Filling that wood. Exhale, sink into your heels. Balls of your feet, inhale. Feel your liver. Don't just think about it, feel it. Exhale. Throw it away. Bring that wood chi to your heart. Inhale, let the yang chi of the heavens fill the fire chi of your heart. Exhale, go into your heels. Let that go. Feel that dispersing. Inhale, balls of your feet. Exhale, heels. And pause here. And just feel your heart. See if you can feel your heartbeat. Now let that fire chi fill the spleen on the right side at the bottom of your
left side.
Spleen. I'm sorry, spleen is on the left side. Thank you. Liver on the right, spleen on the left. Thank you. Okay, so here we go. So spleen, balls of the feet. Feel that fire chi filling and nurturing the earth chi of the spleen. And then heels and let that go. Balls of the feet, fill your spleen. Feel your spleen. And exhale, heels. Feel the yin chi there. Feel the stable, integrated, metabolizing, transformative aspect of the spleen. And hard to let this one go, but we must. So we're letting that earth chi feed into our lungs, into the metal of our lungs. Balls of your feet, inhale. Exhale, go to your heels. Balls of your feet, yang chi. Feel your lungs. Feel them from the inside, not just your hands, but feel the lungs themselves as they expand your chest. And exhale into the heels. And feel the chest retreating, or getting smaller, retreating. And just sink into your heels and just breathe naturally. And just feel into that. Feel the metal. Feel it going down. Feel that metal. It's becoming more substantial. Now take that metal chi and feed your kidneys. Feel your kidneys. And go into the balls of your feet. Inhale. Yang chi into your kidneys. Feel those kidneys and then exhale and yin chi. Throw it away. Balls of your feet, yang chi into the kidneys. Exhale, the heels, yin chi. Breathe naturally. And bring your arms down, let them hang. Bring your elbows out a little bit just to open up the shoulder joints. And feel that Zhong Ti Jin, that whole body as an integrated unit, both physically and energetically. And we're going to do this one more time, this time without our hands. We're just going to feel the organs from the inside and breathe into them. And let's go to the liver, to the balls of your feet. Inhale, yang chi in your liver. On the right side, heels, yin chi. Inhale, balls of your feet, yang chi. Exhale, heels. And pause and just feel into that. Take that to the fire chi. The wood feed the fire chi of the heart. Balls of the feet, inhale, yang chi into the heart. Expansive. Exhale, yin chi. Contract. Release. Inhale, yang chi into the balls of your feet. Exhale to your heels. Feel the yin chi in your heart. Throwing it away. Sink into your heels. Relax, breathe. Okay, down to the left side, your spleen. Take the fire chi and feed the spleen, the earth chi of the spleen. Balls of your feet, inhale. Exhale, heels. Balls of your feet, inhale. Yang chi into the heart, or into the spleen. Exhale. Feel the spleen as you throw it away. Throw the energy away. In this superconscious state, with the three pillars, we're plugging into that limitless energy of the universe. So we can take in and throw away as we choose, because there's always more there if we just know how to reach out and grab it. Let it circulate through us. So take the earth chi of the spleen and into the metal chi of the lungs. Inhale, feel the lungs on the balls. Point and reach with your fingers, your index fingers. As you do that, just feel that. And then sink into your heels and let that go. Feel your lungs. Sink into the balls of your feet. Feel your lungs. As you feel your chest, feel that expansion. And then go to your heels, exhale, and feel your lungs relaxing, contracting. More yin. And pause and just feel into that. Take the metal chi of the lungs and feed the kidneys, the water chi of the kidneys. Inhale, and as you inhale, feel your back expanding to meet your hands, to meet your wrists behind your back. From the balls of your feet, feel your kidneys. Exhale, sink into your heels. Inhale, balls of your feet. Feel your kidneys. Exhale. Feel your back relaxing as you exhale. Feel the yin of your kidneys. Breathe naturally. And sink. Allow that energy to circulate and do whatever it needs to do to bring about your optimum health and happiness, feeding every cell in your body, nurturing your jing, your essence, transforming your qi into jing. So you can do it. Right heel, step in. Take a deep breath, go to the balls of your feet, hands come up. Sink into your heels and throw it all away. Completely dissolve. We're going beyond yin here and into the nothingness. Just let it all flow. Let it all disperse. Feel like your whole body is like this, like a cloud of mist. Please have a seat. Kind of like that, Debbie?
I did. That was fantastic. Thank you. I feel much lighter now. I found it really helpful when you were talking about the elements and the type of energy that they had. That being able to visualize and actually feel that was so helpful. Thank you.
Oh, wonderful. Good. Good. That was fun.
It was.
Yeah. Is, is that just a sign of you're not ready to talk yet, are you, Valerie? No, but the thumb says it. Okay. Uh, Anybody ready to talk? Scott.
So I had mentioned last week that I do this every night before I go to bed.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but I usually don't focus on the one energy feeding the next.
Mm,
That really adding that to my routine is definitely ramped it up a bit.
great,
Yeah,
great. Yeah, it'll do it on its own accord, but it's nice if we give it a hand, you know.
yeah, definitely. At least for a while, focusing on it definitely enhanced it a lot.
It kind of primes the pump,
Mm,
so it gets things moving, and then then after that you can kind of just like I said before, it becomes just like a thought away. You
mm,
can just activate it, very quickly once you have that imprint, that superconscious imprint of what that feels like when you do that circulation.
mm.
Cool. Anybody else? Dave.
Like Debbie also found the beginning really fascinating about the seasons and the various parts of the body and the energy involved. Um, I had trouble when we moved on to not touching the particular part of the body that we were talking about. So I'm going to go back and first I want to watch the first 10 minutes and kind of take notes because um, it's it's to a newbie like me on this stuff, it is really um, struck a chord. So I'd like to just be a little familiar with it, all the
Great.
aspects. Is any of that stuff, Rick, in uh, any of your books?
No,
Okay.
no,
Well,
no. It's in fact, I rarely talk about it, but this is, this is one of those opportunities that it comes up, and yeah, but it's something that, like Scott says, he does it every night, and I do it, it's become part of me. So I don't even have to think much about it, to feel it. I feel it more than think about it. So that as you get familiar with touching, feeling your heart, right, and then and then I say, okay, now I can feel my. You get to so you can feel your heartbeat,
right.
without touching it. Then, as we, get more and more familiar with the body, they call that neishi, which is that inner looking, that inward looking, that you bring your awareness to what's going on inside, and then you start to communicate, between the mind and the body. There's a kind of removes the middleman,
Uh-huh.
in the in that relationship. Scott.
Just for Dave, we did a lot of these in the past. If you can find them, if you can figure them out, we did quite a few in the past. So,
Cool.
and Rick never teaches it the same way twice. So,
That's a good
It's
thing.
true. That's somebody's got to catalog these things. I think there's like 400 videos out there. Somebody's got to got to get them in some sort of order at some point. But right now, yeah, we're just churning out content, and we'll
Good.
organize later. Lynn.
Thanks, Scott.
So I was kind of the opposite of Dave. I thought, when you said, feel it, well, the lungs are pretty easy and the heart's pretty easy. And I've done plenty of kidney breathings. I know where my kidneys are. But when you said we were gonna have to feel the lungs and the spleen and the liver without touching, I was like, this, then it's probably not gonna work that part for me. I was okay with it, but and I was also wrong. I really found that when I let go of the external touching, that I could feel, concentrate on the internal and find that that little organ in there doing things, and it felt didn't feel like, an organ like the heart going boom, 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 but it just felt like I could sense that space and that energy and that connection, and it felt very sort of, I don't know, it was connecting. It was like creating integrity in my body.
Great. Thank you. That's a great explanation for that. That was helpful. Richard.
I just wanted to mention that learning to sense the movements in your body is quite a journey, because keep in mind that everything is moving all the time. There's just like the heartbeat, there's movement. There's movement in the intestines, there's movement in the stomach, there's movement in all the muscle tissue.
It's noisy in there.
It's very noisy in there.
Valerie.
Wowza. That was very deep. And I'm glad you said something about the spleen. We must move on because I could have stayed there forever.
I know, right? It's like, oh yeah,
like,
this is really nice.
It was very, very nice. The whole sequence, and every time you do it, especially when you do it in a group, and I know we're miles and miles apart, but I'm sure everybody here, feels each other. It's like we know each other. We've actually met in person, but beside that, we can feel each other. And that adds to the energy that you're feeling just with your body. Wowza, that's all. Because I'll go on and on. That was thank you, Debbie. That was great. That's bears repeating at any time.
Great. And just to add to that, it's like anybody just tuning into this on YouTube, can be part of this energy collective here. We're just kind of the visual nexus point here for an energy which can extend out infinitely in all directions. And if people want to plug into that, that's everybody's welcome to the party on this one. So we're just holding down the center.
I highly recommend that. Highly.
Sharon.
I use this practice frequently when I cannot sleep at night. And what it does is it sets me up so that I can then in my mind go to my happy, peaceful place.
Nice. Beautiful. And that's what we want. We want to spiral upward and into more health, more happiness as we do this, as we become more conscious of the pre-conscious and bring all that stuff together. Cool. Scott.
Just a really short story. So Valerie had this acupuncturist and she was seeing him. And I think that was, I don't know if it was you or somebody else, but he was, going to the points for the appendix. And I guess it was Valerie said, I don't have an appendix.
No, that wasn't me.
Well, whoever it was. Anyway, but he said, you still have appendix energy. Right. So like even like Valerie's daughter doesn't have a spleen. Just look at spleen energy. So if somebody's out there without a spleen, it doesn't matter.
That's right. Good point. That's a very good point. I think for people who are, just tuning into this, there is the organ, but in Chinese medicine, they're talking about spleen function or heart function rather than the actual organ itself. And so like, I'm down to one kidney, but it doesn't matter. I've got lots of kidney jing, that enables me to feel quite vital and robust. And it's because I'm nurturing the kidney function even though I lost one kidney. So it's and it and I feel just fine about that. So we have that capacity, like you say, you can lose a spleen, but it doesn't matter. You can still have that spleen energy there, and we all do. So just the more we can nurture it, the better we're gonna do. Great. Okay, thank you all so much. It's been great.
Love you guys.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Maria.
producer.
Thanks, Rick. Thanks,
Thank you,
Maria.
Maria.
Thanks, Rick.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks, Rick. Thank everybody.
Thank the whole production crew.
That's right.